Love slave.
Love slave.
Which one do you think is the more bucin, Clark or Lois?
It's a really sore subject. It's really hard to talk about.
Hiliu! Ada yang terang, tapi bukan lampu. Ada yang merah, tapi bukan api. Itu loh, tombol subscribe. Buruan ya, subscribe YouTube channel Cinema21 sekarang juga.
Hi guys, my name is Nandra. I represent Cinema21, the largest cinema chain in Indonesia. Nice to meet you.
Great to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Okay, I'm always such a DC fan. And my first comic book was Teen Titans, written by Geoff Johns.
Of course. Wow.
2003. It was so good. So I watched it last night. Have
How
you
was
guys
it?
watched
We haven't seen
We
it.
haven't seen it.
We're saving it
I
for the
can't say
premiere.
it for spoilers, right?
But what'd you think?
So there's the scene where you fly for the first time.
The most powerful being on planet Earth.
It's not sad, but I shed a tear.
That's awesome.
So good. I love it so much. It's such a magical moment.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
like it.
I love it. I love it.
Speaking of magical, you mentioned that Christopher Reeve's Superman is one of your top comic book movies of all time. When you watch it back in St. Louis, it's such a magical moment for you too. How was it for you to direct and write this new Superman?
Such a broad question. I mean, it's like, it was harrowing. It was hard. I've never worked harder on a movie in my life, but it was also the most joyful. Like, I felt completely inspired from start to finish. Had so much fun working with this group of people. The crew are all people I've worked with tons of times. A couple of the actors I've worked with before, but most of the actors were new to me, so that was different. That was a little scary because I'm coming off the Guardians movies where those guys are my family. It was really the mixture of just really difficult times and then just such highs, but also keeping it, sort of steady throughout.
Okay, David, the interviews scene, right? You shot it for 2 days.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman.
The first thing that you shot.
It was only because I couldn't remember my lines. I kept screaming my lines. No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
Okay, so does it help you to establish the character of Clark Kent or Superman?
Yes, I mean, there's nothing harder when you start shooting a movie than shooting little bits, like walking in a door or down a hallway or a 2-line scene. Because when you start, no matter how much homework you've done beforehand, and no matter how much you've rehearsed, you haven't really settled into the character. And the great thing about starting with that scene was not only was it the screen test scene, so we had worked on it 6 or 7 months before when we screen tested, so we knew the scene very well and had lived with it for a while. Shooting it over the course of 2 days meant that we got to settle into the characters as we were shooting the scene.
I don't know if it matches what else we've been shooting.
That as well,
It kind
yeah.
of laid the
It
foundation.
established it all, yeah. So it was the perfect way to start.
Okay, you also mentioned Dari, one of your favorite action movie. It's from Indonesia.
Oh yeah, the raid. Oh,
Yeah.
are you kidding me?
It's
Yes.
very famous for the hallway fight scenes,
yes,
right?
yes.
Do you have any memorable action scenes in this Superman movie?
Yeah. You'll see. First of all, the whole last act is total flying action. It was really hard to shoot and took a long time to shoot. And there's also a really great fight scene with Mr. Terrific that people will be able to see, which is super cool. That's all done in one shot.
So, Rachel, like my shirt, it's called Lurik from Central Java. It's the MVP of my outfit, I think. So David said that the cape is the MVP of Superman
That's
outfit,
for sure,
right?
yeah.
Do you agree, or do you have any other details of the suit that you like the most?
I've been talking all day about how I'm a trunk girl, but I
Not that she's staring, but you know.
No, but I'm
Sorry, not to.
I am pro trunks. The cape can be the MVP.
I'll give credit to the boots. The boots do a lot of work too. They're very elegant and they were really well built. We struggled with the boots. Once they fit really well, because they got to be comfortable and all that too, they did a lot of work, I'd say. I'm a lot less impressive when I'm wearing my slippers.
It doesn't look the same.
My comfy fuzzy slippers.
Yeah.
The trunks or no trunks? I heard that you decided with David's opinion.
I did.
Is there any other costume details or character details that you feel like decisive about, other than the trunks?
There were other things that were hard. Getting Hawkgirl's mask was very hard. For a while, I was like, I saw drawings and stuff early on. I'm like, no, it looks cool in the comics, man, but this is not looking good in reality. Eventually, I actually had them mold it to convince me that it was going to look good, but I wasn't sure I was going to have her have on a mask at all. And Isabella's very, lovely girl in them when it's your face. But the mask came out cool, so I was happy with it. And I think the big decision was having the group in these sort of uniforms.
Yeah.
I wanted to make it clear that they are one group of characters and in a way combine them and not make it seem like there's a billion different characters. Really, the Justice Gang is, although they have their individual personalities, they're also a single character.
Okay, so people often said that Bruce Wayne is the mask, but Batman is like the secret identity. How do you think Clark Kent and Superman, which one is like the mask or the secret identity?
I think neither. I think there's a truer version of the man who lies somewhere in between, and he's the Kent farm Clark Kent. He's the person who his adopted parents, Ma and Pa, can't know, and who in this case Lois knows as well. People who know both of his identities. Superman is to a certain extent a character that he plays in order to represent what he needs to represent to the public, to bring a sense of calm and reassurance and strength. And Clark Kent at the Daily Planet is a character he plays in order to sort of fall into the fall into the background and support his colleagues and have a good time playing a human being. So the truth is somewhere in the middle.
Also, even in Indonesia, many people say Superman is just like a good guy. So they like more like a gritty or anti-hero characters. Why do you think people should be very excited about seeing Superman? Yeah.
Well, I think people should feel however they feel, but I do think that the thing about Superman is that is what he is. He is a hero. He is kind. He is simply a character who believes in goodness and is human, is not edgy, but I also think that's what makes him much edgier than the so-called edgy heroes today. It means you're going against the grain. You're going against what the popular opinion is. You're going against what everybody else is doing. You're going against the norm. And when the norm is the gritty sort of anti-hero, he just wants to be good to his family and his friends and save dogs and squirrels. So that's who Superman is.
Okay, so Rachel, in Indonesia we have a term, bucin. It means budak cinta or love slave.
Love slave.
It's not that.
Say it one more time.
Love slave, but it means like someone that's very in love with each other. So, for example, like Clark is bucin for Lois.
Bucin?
Yeah, bucin.
With a B.
Yeah, with a B.
Bucin.
Which one do you think is the more bucin, Clark or Lois? I can't
Definitely
see it.
Clark.
Sorry,
It's a really sore subject. It's really hard to talk about.
The movie is gonna be screened on IMAX in Indonesia.
That's right.
Why do you think people need to watch Superman in IMAX format?
I mean, James has an enormous imagination, and if you could have seen the drawings and the concept art that filled the walls of the offices at the production studios, he thinks in size and scope, even for intimate scenes between two characters. That larger than life, the connection that you feel to the characters when they fill your vision, when there's nothing else but the film in your vision. And then not to mention the flying sequences, the stuff that James and Henry and Steph, our VFX supervisor, the innovations that they made in order to make the flying in this movie new and exciting, dynamic. There aren't words to describe how crazy cool some of these sequences are. You want to see that like you're looking up at the sky and seeing it in the sky, and IMAX is the way to do that, I think.
I also have to say, one of my favorite things about seeing anything in IMAX is that you don't just get to see the movie, you get to feel the movie in your body in a different way. And I feel like you want to feel this incredible score in your body.
Because I think it is a big, beautiful movie with flying where it's completely immersive, and there is no better way to see this movie than on a big IMAX screen where you can take in every piece of it and fully experience the sights and sounds of what this movie are.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Really nice to meet you.
Thanks, Jim.
Asik kan videonya? Jangan lupa like, subscribe, dan komen ya. Sampai bertemu di video selanjutnya.